This is the 2024 redesigned Hyundai Santa Fe. And when I say redesigned, I really mean it. This is truly revolutionary compared to the last generation Santa Fe. It is bigger, it is longer, it is much boxier than before, and it is pretty sharp, I have to say. This one now, it is 3 rows yet again, the Santa Fe. It was 2 rows for the last generation. And it's got a lot of interesting little styling cues. You can see little H's built in the headlamps and on either side here, and then more of that down low right there. This particular Santa Fe is the hybrid, which means it has a 1.6 liter turbocharged engine combined with an electric motor for a total of 231 horsepower and 271 pound-feet of torque. There is a non-hybrid version of the Santa Fe, and that is a turbocharged 2.5 liter, and that makes a fair amount more horsepower. I'll go ahead and put those numbers up on the screen for you to see. The latest Santa Fe will go up to 20-inch wheels, and that's what they look like right here. And as you can see, these things are all black, goes nicely with the black at the base of the fenders. And by the way, that black carries on all the way to the rear wheels as well. And check this out, this is interesting. This is what Hyundai calls an assist handle. You can see it goes down right here, something to grab onto. The purpose of this is you can step onto the wheel, have something to hold on to, and access the roof right here. So if you have a roof rack or something on your roof, it's much easier to get to. And hey, look at that nice little view of the shark fin right there. And here is a view of dual sunroofs. We'll look at those from the inside in just a moment. And if you don't want access to this assist handle, it is actually something you can lock so that it doesn't work. Looking at the car from the back, the boxiness really stands out here because this just goes straight down. It is just a vertical drop to the floor. And again, yes, in the taillights, you can see 2 more H's on both sides. Really interesting stuff. All right, let's take a look inside. Quick look here is what you have in terms of cargo space back here. And it's interesting to see, it's not a ton of space when you have all 3 rows up, but that does grow quite a bit if you fold the 3rd row down. So you're kind of choosing between lots of luggage space or space for 6 people. And we'll take a quick look at that once we get inside, which, why don't we do that now? Okay, magic has happened, and now we are inside the new Santa Fe. And as you can see, we have a dual screen setup, one for the digital instrument cluster and a second one right next to it for the center console touchscreen. Both screens are 12.3 inches, both for the instrument cluster and for the center console touchscreen. And as you can see, we have effectively another screen right here for the dual zone climate control system. We have USB Type-C ports right here. We do have a wireless smartphone charger, and actually we have a second wireless smartphone charger right here. So these are 2 different pads, both of them do charging. The steering wheel itself is also, in a weird way, boxier than before. You've got this big block right here, and then on either side, different controls right here, cruise control options, media control options, things like that. We also have this interesting ambient lighting that goes across the dash right here, and there's actually 64 different color options for that ambient lighting. And then here's a neat trick. This little tray right here, that is UV light that will actually help sterilize things like keys or your smartphone, things like that. So I wasn't expecting that. And by the way, if you look at this ambient lighting, it goes across the dash and does form yet another H. So yeah, they are not being light on the H theme in this Santa Fe. Also, in case you missed it, yes, it is a Bose premium sound system that is available in the new Santa Fe as well. All right, I quickly popped into the 2nd row. You can see this is a clever bit right here. They actually have USB ports baked into the back of the 1st row seats, so you have more charging access there. We do also have generous legroom, it has to be said, and decent thigh support as well, and enough headroom too, and that's despite having 2 moonroofs, both in the front and back. And check this out, sunshades. You don't need that when you're inside a showroom floor, but it's nice to have, isn't it? And here is a look at the 3rd row. It is certainly not bad, and I think it would be plenty spacious for kids, but I am not a kid. You do also have some rear AC and more USB ports, and even an AC port right there. Pretty nice. Generally speaking, this is a really interesting design. I think it's very cool to see something bold come out of Hyundai when it comes to their crossover SUVs, and I will be very excited to get a chance to test drive it as soon as possible.